Welcome. I am Donald Rainville, President and Founder of Advanced Auxiliary Equipment. Today's video is going to cover many new, innovative solutions for regrind management. Today we offer many innovative solutions not previously available for solving your problems with recycling regrind. For example, what you do when you're generating more regrind than you can run. What about processing dried material and bringing that back into the process? Or removing dust and fines that are causing processing problems? Or blending regrind with virgin material? And today we focus on safety and we worry about lifting injuries from lifting heavy bins of regrind. The most common solution to bringing regrind back into the system is a two-material valve or a two-material loader. But that can cause problems because you can't really proportion the regrind if you're unloading a grinder because you have to completely empty the grinder each and every time you load. If you don't, your regrind can build up in the grinder. And then you're subject to variations in the amount of parts and sprues that are put into the grinder, so you get wide variations of regrind from shot to shot. And they're notorious for poor mixing because most people set them up where they just load regrind and then virgin material or vice versa, and you end up with two layers of material that never properly mix. When you're using a vacuum loader and you're bringing in one shot of virgin material and then another shot of regrind and just letting it fall into your hopper, you're going to get big slugs of regrind coming through the system, and this can cause a wide range of processing problems, which typically result in flash and short shots. With a vacuum chamber, one way to solve that is to have several cycles, so you have several thin layers that actually mix quite well in the cone of the hopper in what we call the conical mixing effect. Our CA6 compressed air loaders offer a unique option of mixing after the material has been delivered to the site glass. You can see here the two materials. This is great for regrind and virgin material. You can use it to remix after a blender. Or if you have material that tends to bridge over the machine throat, by fluidizing the material, we can prevent bridging. If you are running less regrind than you're generating, or you need accurate control over the proportion of the regrind, you can stage the material after the grinder in a floor hopper. When we use a staging hopper for the regrind, we use a Venturi system to unload the grinder and blow it over to the staging hopper. The staging hopper has an oversized filter to ensure that no dust escapes to the plant. A typical cycle for the Venturi system would be to run for 2 to 4 seconds every 5 to 8 minutes. In most cases, the Venturi runs less than 4 minutes in an hour. Staging regrind not only makes it possible to accurately proportion your regrind to virgin ratio with two material valves, it also keeps your grinder empty and prevents operators from getting injured lifting heavy bins full of regrind. If you are running a job where you have problems with running fines and dust, we have a fines removal system that can remove the fines. We have many customers running acrylic and polycarbonate that have solved problems with black spots and gels. We also offer loaders that separate fines from the material. As you can see here, we use a perforated tube running down the center of the loader, which is on a 45-degree angle, and the fines are captured in a bag. We also offer it with larger size bags and shop vacs for drawing fines. When you are running regrind for material that has been dried, it is critically important that that regrind gets re-entered into the process before it regains moisture. For that, we offer our LIFO series loaders. That's last in, first out. And what that does is as soon as the material comes out of the grinder, it goes directly to the process. And material after that is staged. Here is a good example of how it works. We're using the LIFO loader in a staging bin or floor hopper. Remember that the Venturi system is blowing this material over every 5 minutes or so for just a few seconds. The material comes straight down the tube and finds its way to the bottom of the surge bin. And after that tube fills, any excess material goes to the top section. So the fresh material always goes down to the bottom, and that's where you're drawing your material from. And then you can adjust these levels so that it's appropriate for the jobs that you're running or how often your Venturi runs. And there's a filter to prevent dust from escaping into the room. But clearly you can see that the freshest material goes right into the process, and if material hangs around too long, it's separated. You can use our LIFO loader on a blender as well. As you can see, the material blows over from the regrind with that quick cycle Venturi system, and it blows into the blender hopper down the same long tube. And you can adjust the gap between the bottom of your blending hopper and the tube so that you can adjust exactly how much material sits in the bottom of the hopper. But once that tube, the excess regrind, blows into a staging hopper where you can re-dry it or use it for a different process. Thank you for watching our short video on regrind management systems. I hope we have given you a few good innovative solutions to help solve your problems. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 800-918-5820 or go to our website, dryersloadersblenders.com.